Hello, I'm Daniela Leon. I'm the young ambassador from Inspiring Girls Switzerland, and we have started a new series of interviews called Inspiring Interviews, where I interview role models in various fields to showcase as many careers as possible to us young girls. Today I'm interviewing Anna Ann, the communications manager at Climework. Hello Anna, how are you?
Hi Daniela, I'm good. Thank you very much for having me, and I'm really looking forward to our conversation.
Could you introduce yourself quickly?
Sure. So my name is Anna. I'm 28 years old. As you mentioned, I'm working at Climework, a Swiss company, as a communications manager. I'm originally from Germany, but I live in Switzerland for more than half of my life now, in Zurich.
And could you explain to us what a communication manager is?
Sure. So a communications manager is responsible for a very diverse set of tasks. So in general, I'm responsible for representing Climework, the company, externally. So it is a wide range of communications channels that I support, from social media to press management to corporate partnerships. So everything basically that we can say about Climework or show about Climework is part of communications.
And when did you realize you wanted to have the career you have today?
Well, that happened by chance, actually. So my background is rather in business administration and international relations. And I, to be honest, didn't really know about communications as a field of work. And that only happened when I joined Climework, actually. So I applied to an internship at Climework, and then I was an intern in the communications team. That's only when I got to know communications, really. And I stayed in that field because it's really fun and diverse and cool to work in.
So then what did you study in university?
So in my bachelor's, I studied business administration. So everything from organizational management to finance to marketing. So all aspects of businesses, actually. And then I switched kind of my major during my master's degree, where I then changed to international relations. So I kind of broadened it a little bit.
So then, let's go back in time. So when you were my age, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I think when I was your age, I didn't think as much about my future as you are probably doing right now. So very, very cool that you are doing this interview. When I think you're 14, right?
Yes.
When I was 14, to be honest, I didn't really think too much about the future. But I guess when I was a kid, I wanted to do something social. I wanted to help people in some way, and also did some smaller work experiences in, for example, a kindergarten or in a youth psychiatry. I thought of myself as going into a job that would be more focused on social work, to be honest.
And were you a good student when you were little?
I was, yes. I scored good marks. School was kind of easy for me, but that doesn't say much about how you then perform in real life as well, right? That's a different story.
Perfect. So what subjects helped you for your current job?
That is a really good question. So do you refer to subjects at university or in school?
Well, in school.
Well, in school, I think it's the mix of everything that you get to know both the sciences, as well as like social sciences, but also nature science. God, that's the word. So you can try out different things and see where you're good at, see what you enjoy. But personally, I love math quite a lot, but then at the same time also literature. So I wanted to have both kind of the analytical subjects, but also the subjects where I could be more creative.
Perfect. So let's go back to your current job. And is there something that you really like or dislike about your job?
What I really like is the diversity of my job. I don't have to do one task every day, every week, but really it's a lot of different tasks. So this is a great plus. I also like that I can work with many different people. So I'm both within my own company. I'm in touch with people from different departments. So I get an overview of the whole company, which is nice. And also with people from external. So I can also speak with clients or with partners, ambassadors. And that's really nice to get that outside perspective as well. And maybe what I like less, communications is maybe an area which is not, perceived as super important, like especially in the business context where I'm coming from. People would think of communications, what is it? Do you actually need it? So maybe the recognition of the importance of this field is what I find sometimes frustrating.
And do you have like a really diverse team? Like, are there a lot of women in communication?
Yes. So I think, so communications sits with marketing at Climeworks, and the marketing department, I think, has most women in the whole company. So this is really nice, and we are very diverse. So we have people from different countries with different mother languages, and that's really fun.
That's really good. So then I want to know, how did you go from business to communication? Because communication isn't really something that you would get, or that you would think that you get from business.
Yeah, so as mentioned, it wasn't necessarily my intention to end up in communications. But when I got there, I actually noticed that there are many, many similarities. So you still need this kind of business thinking and analytical thinking, and you work very closely also with the business people, because we are building essentially a new company, a new industry. And communications is probably a combination of being creative. Like I have to write stories, I have to do storytelling, I try to find a nice angle of something. We are creating also a lot of visual material like videos or images. And you also have the analytical part where you do project management and report on your numbers, whether you achieved your goals, etc.
What would be the most important thing you have learned from your job and in your career?
So the most important thing to me is probably that you should stay true to yourself above everything else. So do not choose a job based on what other people may expect from you, but really find out what's important to you and then follow this path, because then you can stand behind what you're doing all the time, and that's, I feel, the most important thing.
And is there an advice, something really important that you would like to tell girls that want to follow a similar path as you have?
Yeah, so that's what I just said, I think. Stay true to yourself. Really sit down and think about what you enjoy doing, what you also are good at doing, and do not try to fulfill other people's expectations too much. And when you really stick to what you want, then I am sure you can achieve it. The only person stopping you is yourself.
Thank you so much, Anne, for being here. And I would definitely take that advice because I think it's really good. So thank you so much.
Thank you for this great conversation. It was really nice meeting you.